Hey guys, this is Lucid. Welcome back. We are going to do expansion and then I think pretender design for Machaka. For those of you who missed the first episode, Machaka is a African-themed nation, and it is the good version. Whereas MA Machaka kind of stinks, EA Machaka is really good, but unconventional. It's a good bit different than the other nations. So anyway, look in there for the national overview. But basically, the summary: Buddhas are the shit. Rhino Clan warriors are decent. The lions are quick to mass. You have poison arrows, and then you have really small, cheap arrows. And then you have elephants, and then you have elite killer lion warriors. That's like the super fast summary. You also have very good access to nature, earth, death, and fire. So, in this episode, we're just going to talk about expansion. I made a few pretenders. The hardest pretender, I think, to do expansion with will be the one I'm doing here, which is an imprisoned titan that gives me an ethereal bless when he comes online. Which I've done this before, not with Machaka, but with Bandarlog, and it didn't really go well, but I think it could have. We still have pretty damn good scales. I might have tanked Sloth too much. I think I probably should have, taken a little bit of a hit in magic or something. I'm not sure. Or maybe this build isn't viable. I don't know. We're going to try expanding with it first, and if it doesn't work, then we'll try a different one. But what I think we're going to make for our first expansion party are these hyena warriors, and that's because they have a little bit of armor, they have a shield, and they have a javelin. And that is a pretty good combination of things for an expansion party. We're going to crap out these little voices of the lion, too, for research. Actually, this first party, I think I want a lion commander, which is like a non-shitty commander, to give that morale bonus. I might go... Okay, I think that'll be okay. And I think you can become a prophet, and I think you can patrol. Okay, so this guy's a prophet. I think we're going to have him preach here for the moment. We're going to start recruiting these guys. Okay, we got this guy who's going to summon... Got a national commander. And he's going to get these little apes, I think, every turn. Which is kind of hilarious. So we're going to switch commanders. Now, I don't know if this is optimal, but it allows me to have 3 squads without a morale penalty, which if you get the little javelineers, it's probably the way you want to do it. So I think these guys are going to be on fire. I think these guys are going to be on hold and fire. And then I think these guys are going to be kind of like coming in on the flank on attack closest. I have no idea if this is going to work, but it sounds like it should work. Sounding like you can work sometimes is good enough. So let's see if this works. Now these guys have a shield and a little bit of armor, which means they're actually going to do okay against archers, but the archers are coming in from mine, which is shitty. God, they're murdering my archers. Probably should have put these guys on fire archer. Yeah, what a close battle. We're lucky that Air Mage didn't murder us. Okay, and some of our lion tribesmen have run, but I think we'll chase them off the battlefield first. Okay, so that was a bloodbath. Lost 16 guys. Probably should have had these guys fire archers, but really our Machaka warriors which are shitty. They have no armor at all. So they got kind of predictably torn up. So you don't really get a good expansion army to start with, which, fair enough. Can we make it back through here on a road? Probably. So we can take this guy who is sitting around, and we can have them merge up here. Archers. This would be an easier province. Probably better to go to the easier province till we have a little better shit going on. Okay, now we have a few more resources. I think I might have hit my resources too hard. We might need more. It's really... I think I didn't go scales hard enough in this build. But with a dormant... Or no, it's a dormant, not imprisoned. So it's a dormant titan. If you go imprisoned, you probably would have better expansion, which might be what I would do in this case. Actually, I'm not sure. We'll find out later. Okay, let's see if this goes better. First round of javelins. Okay, we rout their front line. Largely thanks to those javelins. Okay, let's see what we lost. Not bad. This is, I mean, guys, this is pretty good expansion. Can't ask for too much more. We have kind of easy stuff there. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Phone call there. So we're back. We've got this small little party, which, what are they going to do? Finding Astral as Machaka would be huge. So there's a huge value to getting that. However, Lizard Clan will kind of tear me a new one. Light Cavalry. We kind of need more troops. Way faster. I need to get my cap circle cleared. I wonder if I can make it all the way back here. I think we're just going to... Yeah, we're going to kind of like noob expand where we're doing one expansion a turn. Because I don't think this is an optimal build here. Okay. That is a lot of guys, and we actually need to outnumber them. That might be risky. I think we're going to noob expand this way. It's too risky. That's too many. If we're resource constrained, I can also crap out a shit ton of lions. Which I might do. Okay, we're getting tapped out on recruitment points. Okay, we got a few more resources. The lions do take a fair amount of recruitment points, so. I probably could also swap a little bit of take turmoil for productivity. Okay, that is a kind of legit recruitment queue for. You can go pick them up. We've got light cavalry, whatever. It should be okay. We'll go ahead and do this quickly. Okay, we lost 9 Hyena Clan Warrior. Made cataphracts. This is not really ideal versus cavalry. You'd think spears would be good versus cavalry, but not really. Can't get through the armor. Probably this is a situation where lions are okay. Yeah, we lost kind of a lot. But, I mean, that's not horrible. I mean, it's bad, considering we're taking significant attrition on our one party expanding. We had 5 guys retreat. Not great. And there's really nowhere else these guys can go except to return. The morale on these lines is not bad, though it would be better. Can y'all make it here? No. I think we're going to start constructing a palisade. Tap out some of these lions so that we have the money. I haven't been doing PD, which is worth doing. Gonna have you start the palisade. Any scouts we can get? Okay, we'll get a scout. Okay, now you, I'd like to have you expand, but I don't feel terribly comfortable with it. I think you're actually okay to expand here, and this is a reasonably high-income province. I think that will work. Okay, that did not work. I needed the lions way farther back. You don't want the lions taking any hits. Okay. We'll do it again, guys. We'll hit 20. Okay, well, we're going to take everybody here. And let's march y'all this way. You guys can probably join up, actually. Okay. Actually, kind of okay with that. So I think this time we're going to get a bunch more of the Hyena clan, and then after that we're going to get some lions. We'll test out a few. We can do elephant expansion too, see how that goes. Elephant expansion is kind of easier in 5 since you don't really need to count out movement turns and things like that. Yeah, these lines are really fast. They have to be like all the way at the back. Oh, this one line's a boss though. Look at him go. Lion don't give a fuck. Alright, so that worked. We only took 2. Go ahead and toss you in here. Put you on the line. Let's have you guys run this way. Okay, we need to get our next expansion party out. And this one we're going to do a fair amount of lions. And we'll try to use them correctly. We have more resources, but we're running out of recruitment points. That means get more of these guys. Something like that. Preach. Let's have you continue fort construction. We'll go ahead and put you up to 10. Like so. This should be our next expansion party, which can take that out. Okay, took some losses. Take this. So this has been bad expansion. Like, let's just be clear. Like, this is not good enough to go into a multiplayer game with so far, so it means we have to change something. Let's see if that works. Putting those guys all the way at the front, these guys at the back. We'll do another round of just Hyena Clan. Let's go ahead and get 2 more of these guys. I think we can do way better than this. I mean, it's a little tricky, but yeah. Oh wait, this was our one that used the big lion pack. Still kind of hard to get the lions to make contact in the right way. Kind of lost a lot. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about lions. Okay, let's get back to making spiders, or voices of the lion. And I'm trying to think, what do we do? Maybe we make... I think it's still lions, actually. The other thing... Part of the issue is these guys are shooting, and by the time they're done shooting, the lions are in combat. Okay, we actually need to build a lab here. I would have moved him there a turn before if I were paying attention. I'll bump this up to 6 everywhere. Yeah, this is really bad expansion. So I think you have to go harder scales than I did here. I'll build a lab. Fortress is being done. Make one of you guys. I'll preach here. You guys can run probably this way is what we would do in a real game. But we're almost done. I don't think we hit 12. I mean, maybe we did, but we'll have hit 12. Okay, we lost 2, lost 5, lost 11. Ooh, that was expensive. So okay, this army's done. We need to come back home. Or we could combine. I'll probably do okay versus cavemen, actually. So okay, we'll have hit our 12. Scales is a little slow going because you need to get your cap circle cleared to get a lot of enough of your units out to finish scales expansion. So typically with scales, you're going to do a lot better. I mean, with all builds, but especially with scales, you'll expand much better in the last few months. But the problem is, like the last few months of the year, if other people expanded well, they will have already kind of taken all the provinces that you want. Okay, late winter, we only have one more turn. So we have to attack a neighbor, which is this province or this one. I guess we'll take this one. That way I can just add it to my little count. We'll have a couple more enclosed, but it doesn't really count for our purposes here. Is there anywhere you can go? Okay, this is upgraded, so we can start crapping these guys out. I probably should have started another fort somewhere. Like, brought enough guys to kill that, or this is an okay fort location. That's really probably the better one. But, that would have been a good one. We've started that. Site searching, we didn't really talk about that in the national overview, but... these guys are probably your best site searchers. They're cap-only mages. Maybe we make one of them. Okay, I think we're done there. And then, yeah, once you have your first fort up, you can start crapping out Rhino Clan, which is probably what I would do. Either those or archers, depending on who your neighbors are. Yeah, we had major resource issues, which I wasn't really expecting. So this will be the last turn for this expansion. And okay, this army got crushed. Oh yeah, I think that was this one down here. There were heavy cav there. So all in all, how do we do? We lost one expansion party. We took a fair amount of attrition, and for that we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 15 provinces, which is all, like, in my games, it's all I say you need to get to join, but really, like, this is how many you get in single player. You need to do way better than that to get 15 in multiplayer, because other people are going to, like, cordon you off before you get through 12 turns. Potentially much sooner. So, like, we probably would have gotten, like, 10 provinces in a multiplayer, which is playable, you know, and then maybe we would have cordoned off a couple we could have gotten later. Like, that's okay. And we have good scales, and then we'll go ahead, I'm going to save game and quit here. We'll go ahead and look at our pretender gods that I've made. So for Machaka, we have a few. This was the one I used. It's an imprisoned titan with ethereal. I have the wrong mix, I think, here or here. Like, maybe we get okay research boosters. Like, we don't get quills, but we do get skull mentors, which I think are a good option for Machaka reasonably early. And then we get lanterns later. So those are very powerful research boosters. So we probably don't need to go Magic 3. And probably swapping Magic 3 for this or Magic 3 for luck would have been good. But this might not be viable. But having an Astral 10 come online at the end of the first year is really going to open up the late game for you. There's a ton of things an Astral 10 can do. Like, you can magic duel people, which is hilarious. You can cast Wish without any jump. Like, all the things, like, you have to... Most people spend a ton of pearls and you don't really think about it. Climbing the astral tree, like getting rings of sorcery or wizardry or whatever. But you've just got, like, an Astral 10. You can easily dispel with very high strength. So if people just put up a global and it's like a strong player, you can just drop a normal dispel if you think that they didn't put any overcasting in it. And this kind of, like, being so high in astral, it will actually be a reasonably strong dispel. So I think figuring this out, like tinkering around with the scales, I think this actually is a viable build. And then you also have somebody who can teleport in and potentially pick off, like, medium-sized armies, aside from doing all the other cool stuff astral people can do. You can empower him in earth or fire or air or something to get some more useful things for him to cast once in combat. Like, you'll have an earth income. Probably empowering him in earth is very reasonable. Yeah. So if I played a game with Machaka, I would probably do a variant of that guy. Partially because it's cool, but and Ethereal would be kind of cool to have too, because, like, your little voices of the lion, they bless themselves and they're now ethereal and they're nature 1. That actually makes them respectable thugs with that lion pelt. They're going to have 22 protection, they'll be ethereal, they can do personal regen too. Like, that, and potentially, like, enlarge self, you know, like, those are, you know, it's respectable. It's very respectable. You can do things. This also makes your Lion Warriors pretty good. I mean, taking a quarter of the damage from normal attacks is good. And with magic weapons being more expensive, though not tremendously so, it is going to be less common in games, though it will still be somewhat common. So yeah, I think it's decent to have. You could do other things. I mean, it's expensive. Oh, that's why we went Magic 3 for Ethereal. So yeah, forget swapping this. That's part of the cost. So maybe you give up Ethereal and you do Drain and take like Fate Weaving or something, which would be cheaper, and you don't go all the way to Astral 10. Maybe you just go to 8. But I think having like an Astral Titan would be pretty cool. And the nice thing about this guy is let's see what we would actually do, because I think this might be what I would actually do in a game, as I was saying. So we start off Astral 3, which is sick, by the way. Just check here, there's nobody else I desperately want. 240 versus this guy who's 250. Yeah, I'd definitely take this guy. The Netter of the Moon. Let's do... I'm not a huge fan of luck. Fate Weaving, though, we just have to take Misfortune, which honestly is something we could deal with. 7 is much cheaper. And now we actually get to have good scales. Honestly, having 8 would be nice, though. And we still get to get up to 10 with... Yeah, maybe 8's nice, because then you get up to 10 a little bit easier. I'd probably rather have 8 than 1 point of magic. You get good income. How much do we really want another Dominion? I don't know. Maybe this. Taking Magic Dominion is a little risky versus like Mind Hunt, but yeah, this guy's going to be sick. 8 is almost as good as 10 for all intensive purposes. You can do Magic Duel sniping on a lot of nations, but not all now. You don't have to really worry about being Magic Dueled at 8. Fate Weaving's kind of cool. I don't think it's particularly useful for us. Like, maybe even Luck's better. But it's not bad. It's not bad. And it definitely makes your Lion Warriors kind of even more anti-elite, because getting Misfortune on a Sacred type unit is pretty devastating when they get the Fate Weaving effect on them. I don't think it helps with your thugging much, whereas Ethereal does. Ethereal is definitely better, and there may be ways to finagle it to make it work, but I'm not sure. You'd probably have to take Misfortune down and then rebalance these. So this is one option. Let's call this Netter 2. And then the final option for this would be, if we still go with the Netter, would be going back up to 10, which we have to take 3, so it's pretty freaking expensive. We'll go up to 6 here. Imprisoned. So now, basically, we're almost... Maybe we go 5. Machaka can definitely be a low Dominion nation. We don't have great scales where we're going to be super upset if they're not everywhere. So I think in this situation you probably... Misfortune 2, you're still going to get Knight attacks, which sucks. And we were... Maybe this is the right balance now. Because this is 3 better productivity than we were before. So something like this, or then maybe that's... Maybe Misfortune 1. I've heard if you take Misfortune 1, you should always go Misfortune 2 for some complicated reason, but... Or it could even be like this, we just go Neutral Luck. But I kind of like the idea of tanking it a little bit and having better scales. This means more Rhino Clan. We'll call this Netter 3. I think these are all kind of viable. Point is, you have good enough national troops that you can do things. And when that guy comes online, he's going to be a huge aid to your nation. Let's go ahead. Okay, so let's finish talking about the rest of the pretenders that I made. So there were the Netters. There's a Totem who... So you have a Colossal Fetish. as a pretender option, who is basically like a big inanimate dude, but he's basically like a monolith, but he can move around. He's got 120 HP, which is going to be higher in Dominion, 26 protection, which is ridiculous. Earth Nature, like, he can't do regen because he's lifeless or inanimate. But or maybe he can. I forget the exact tags when you can't do it. And you're not really gonna. He doesn't even really need research. I mean, honestly, 26 protection is high enough. Yeah, I would probably just put like a Berserker Pelt on him or something. Or he's got a Plate Curious. Okay, so that's part of the reason why his protection's so high. Natural protection is 15. So he's still... Oh no, but plus this, he's at 19. So... and then what's his armor? 14. And I mean, a Cathartic Lion Pelt would be actually legit on him. But... yeah, I mean, with Lifeless too, you don't have to worry about, or Inanimate, you don't have to worry about encumbrance. So you could just take your first 10 Earth Gems and put the heaviest freaking armor you can make on him, and his protection will be like through the roof. He's poison resistant, so you could be kind of funny and put the Snake Bladder Stick on him. It'd be kind of hilarious. But he can expand right out the gate. He doesn't have fear, so he actually has to smack everybody with his club, which can take a long time. He's an innate spellcaster, which is kind of nice. But yeah, so if you struggle with early expansion, if no matter what you do you can't figure it out, you can just take this guy. I probably have the wrong scale balance. Like probably take one off here, put one here. But then Reinvigoration, Major Poison Resistance, Force Survival. Poison Resistance is nice to have on your Sacreds if you've got poison arrows coming down. Reinvigoration too is just kind of cheap and nice. It's good on your Buddhas who are going to... not your Buddhas, I know, none of your Sacred Mages are going to be Skelly spamming. So, I don't know, it's just okay to have. It's a pretty good default thing. If you're going to be thugging, it's actually kind of nice, which you definitely have some thugs. Blood scale, so if you go full scales and you want to break into blood, you could do the Blood Fountain. You'll have to empower them probably in like Death to get vampires later, which you'd have to spend a fair amount of Death Gems. So it might be better just to go... you can forge blood things with them too, like lifelong protections and stuff. And you have... and black hearts, so you could potentially have assassins or a few assassins, which sometimes having a few is enough to cause like a very big response from the enemy. But you have two pretty good things on Elite Killers. You have Strength of the Flesh, which is pretty nice, and you have Blood Surge, which is pretty nice, because as soon as they kill something, they're going to kill a lot more. So these are pretty good blesses for kind of anti-elites for your lions. And it gives you kind of a late-game path that you wouldn't have otherwise. It's imprisoned, so it's not going to come out till later. So it's just another option to kind of buff up the late game. Because I think Early Age Machaka is very strong in the mid game. They're a little weaker in the early game, but in the mid game they're really good. But the late game they probably start falling off some. If you go full scales, you could go like this. This is a Rainbow Pretender, and we basically have almost maxed out scales. We took Attack and Withering Weapons, which is going to help again with kind of the anti-elite function of our Sacreds. You do not want to march some kind of Pretender God or something into this. Like, the attack was the thing they really kind of need to help them kill elites better, but yeah, it's going to be pretty gnarly. Fire and Shock Resistance coming online later is nice. This does not really improve magic diversity for us, so that's kind of a big minus to this particular chassis. But yeah, you've got phenomenal scales. So, but again, you can see almost all mine except for the Titan are relying on you understanding your units for kind of a scales type expansion. And then we had the netters that we made. You could do other imprisoned rainbows. I think those are probably pretty good, especially ones that have air and water, and then potentially astral. You could do other titans. There's maybe even a titan that has air, water, and astral. We'll check. Where are you, Machaka? So what are you? Astral. Okay, yeah. Air, water, not fire, but or not air, but fire. So not quite ideal. Death. Getting really high death wouldn't be a horrible idea either. Air and fire, you don't really need. Air and earth. Okay, this one has 20 magic path. 20 cost for new magic path. So she actually, I didn't realize it. She actually is very special in that she can kind of get other paths, which is pretty rare for a Titan. So, I mean, you could do an imprisoned version of her, where you had something like this, which is going to make up for most of your path weaknesses. And you could take some stuff which would be kind of nice on your sacreds. You don't need magic weapons. Cold resistance would be nice. And then major shock resistance and minor shock resistance is probably what I would do. So these just make your sacreds really tough. It's a good... yeah, it's a good Thug Bless too. So, yeah, pretty damn solid. You then basically get to get pretty good scales too. Did we go magic? We'll probably go train here, and then probably luck, and probably growth. And then I'd take a little bit... okay, 7. And then if we ditch 1 productivity, we get to Astral 5, which gives us something else. Arcane Command. Getting Astral 5 would be nice. So yeah, you could do something like this, which would be like... Now, that Pretender you'd have to be careful with, because that is a magic duel target. Astral 5 is not high enough to take them reliably out into combat, but you can teleport them around, and they would be able to kill lots of stuff, and then if they die, you get them back. You don't have any Incarnate Blesses or anything you terribly need. But yeah, this would be able to kind of kill armies. If properly kitted and the army was not ready. Which just having that as a threat vector makes your opponent play differently. So, yeah, I think that is it for Machaka, for the different Pretenders. I'm sure there's more you could take. Let's go ahead and do one final expansion, and this one we'll do... maybe we'll do... Let's see which Pretender we want to do. Let's just see, is this full scales? Where do I go, like, actual full scales? Blood scales. Is this Netter 3? Are you better? Netter 3 is almost full scales. I mean, that is pretty good. I just took Misfortune, which that could bite me in the ass. We'll do Netter 3. We'll try again. Let's see if we can get 20. I'm going to do really fast. I'm not going to commentate much. Just play for speed here. The other thing we could test out is the elephants. That might be how we use our gold surplus now. Okay, here we go. So we're on the clock. How many Rhino Clan? Okay, we can get way more Rhino Clan, which means we can get way, way more Hyena Clan. Like, that is so many more. And Javelins are something you want in mass. So... we're tapped out. We have more recruitment points available. For this first party, we may... Let's see how many elephants we could get. There's a lot of elephants. That might be our second party. I think this first party we're going to buff up with Hyena Clan. We'll get one of these guys, which will cut out a few of them. We'll get 2. I'm going to cut out a few more. That's okay. Okay. Let's put you guys on a better commander. Give me that morale bonus, and you can lead 3 squads. War elephants. I kind of want to have elephants of my own if we're going to run in there. So that's a reason to make elephants right there. Okay, line, you guys are going to be fire. You guys are going to be positioned back. Attack closest. You guys are going to be holding fire. Stupid archers. You were going to preach. You were going to patrol. Now we're going to start making voices of the lion. I think we'll do an elephant expansion party. I don't have enough. I think we're just going to drain our resources in Rhino Clan for now. And then... yeah, next turn we'll probably make a shit ton of elephants. These stupid archers keep going after mine. And my Machaka warriors die off because they suck. All my archers retreated. Heavy infantry and slingers. There may be elephants there. Let's look at how the timing was on my infantry units arriving together. Okay, they still got in a little early, but not bad. I'll probably move them back like a square. Okay. This would be enough to probably take one of those, actually. But do we do that? Do we? No, I think we're going to shit out elephants. And he said, I think we are going to shit out elephants. I said, okay. But with what I have coming out, we're going to need... yeah. But this is going to be a scary little army. I don't think it'll do well against... actually, I don't know. It's hard to say how it will do against barbarians. I'm not really an elephant expansion expert. Oh man, we got murdered. Okay, maybe elephant expansion is going to be how it is. Put these guys up. No, that is not good, guys. It's not good. Okay, we lose 2 Rhino Clan. Let's see how this goes with the elephants. Okay, the problem was I had my scripting wrong. Send these guys down here. Got more elephants. You know what to do with. 3 elephants is a little low. Definitely low for barbarians. 30 of barbarians is too many. We're going to have to patrol here. I need more elephants. Okay, didn't lose anything. So we fixed our stupid little script. I'm not going to be doing PD, so play a little too quickly for that. I think we need to kill these barbs, so we're going to bring archers, because archers are good against barbs. And you're just going to expand this way, and you're going to fire right here at closest. And... actually, there's a chance they're going to hit elephants, so let's say fire archers. And... let's make a shit ton of these guys, and then next turn we'll crap out elephants. Okay, we lost a shit ton of... So the elephants don't do very well against barbs. We just lost too many too quickly. They didn't rout because they were in this squad with these other guys, but... Okay, I think we have to use our archers for barbs. Kind of, I guess it's somewhat obvious, but anyway, we weren't doing that. Let's see how you guys do here. Okay, now we... I mean, you guys are kind of punished. Let's have y'all come back, and then we'll... I need a big doom stack to kill this. Okay, that is going to be a scary force full of elephants. We'll probably take the elephants and put them... Well, no, I think their morale's going to be okay. Okay, we lost one elephant. Take that. We're kind of doing wiry expansion, avoiding hard provinces, which you wouldn't be able to do in a multiplayer. But we're going to murder that now. Then we're going to kind of plow on this way. We don't have many turns left, so I think we can do it better. I think elephants might be the way to go. With the mix of things. Like, we probably need a barb killing squad where I just shit out archers. It's kind of the problem with going if you rely on your sacreds. Your sacreds are only, like, even if you get a regen bless, they're kind of only good at a few things. And you kind of need different tools for different jobs. We can make a lot of elephants, guys. And elephants in critical mass are freaking scary. They're one of the things, if you have enough of them, there's not really that many easy counters early on. I mean, like, Vine Shields kind of... Actually, I can't remember if Vine Shields work on Trample. But yeah, I think elephants were the way to go. For most of our expansion. I don't think we can take this, but we'll try. Just because this is mostly a test. Oh, I had another group in my capital I could have moved out. So we could have had 5 this turn. Lost 1. Lost 3. They don't like the barbs. Okay. So they're all successful. And how many turns left are we? Turn 11. We got 2 more turns. It's early winter? Late winter. 1 more turn. So, okay, let's take all these guys and let's go... shit y'all out somewhere. How many? Okay, this was the barbs. Fuck you guys. Okay, that's gonna hurt. These are really hard too. But this is a really strong group. And elephants are pretty good against... Not great against archers exactly, but they're... I think this will be okay. Okay, and then the last turn. Okay, we killed the barbs, lost a lot of elephants. Killed the cav, lost some elephants. So I probably am not doing... This is definitely not optimal expansion. But anyway, year 1, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We got 20 and our first expansion party died. Like in a tragic mishap right here. So I think we can get 25. Should we go do it? I think we're going to. We're going to try it again. As we figure it out. Let's do it again. Same thing. So we went 15, then we got 20, or yeah, something like 15. Then we got 20. 20, if you can get 20, it's okay. You've got it figured out enough to play in a multiplayer game with them. Do Netter 3. which is basically scales with an with the imprisoned chassis waking or popping up at some point. Okay, with you guys, y'all suck. This starting army sucks a lot. Like, these guys suck. They don't have any armor. But what are we going to put on them? I don't think elephants for the first one. Because they don't mix well with that first army. I think these guys are going to be our dudes. Okay, become prophet, patrol. Yeah, -1 morale is kind of a bitch. Fire. Okay. We'll just take these after easy provinces. Ideally ones without a lot of archers or heavy cav. Okay, we're going to go up this way. Now we'll start shitting out elephants. I think we'll do that next turn. This turn we're going to make Rhino Clan. Oh wait, no, we wanted Lion Clan because I think they have the best MR. I mean, morale. Okay, that will actually give us an expansion party now. Oh, I don't have enough. I think we're going to have to wait a turn for this next expansion party. So let's go ahead and get one more of you. Yeah, I think that's okay. Do these guys have a spirit club built in? No, it's a mace. I was going to say that'd be the shit. Okay, we'll preach. Jesus Christ, we took a lot of losses. And all my frickin' warriors ran. Well, at least they don't need to be in the same group anymore. I'll put y'all in front, fire. I'll have y'all like slightly off positioned. And then... okay, now it's time for elephants. I want all of your elephants. And we're going to make 2 of these guys, and then we'll go back to other things. Okay. Nice. Another successful expansion from our shitty guys. Did not expect much. Oh wait, our commander died. Or retreated? What the fuck happened to him? He must have retreated and died while retreating. Yeah, okay. Well, shit. Such is the life of a Machakan army. Let's put you guys up here. We'll leave you guys for the next elephant squad. Y'all can come here. Attack closest, apparently very important. Not just attack. We'll switch you back to making these guys. Let's have you make a shit ton of elephants. Okay, you're gonna patrol. Shitty. I forgot they had heavy cav. Probably could have done hold and attack there if we're going into heavy cav. You guys are not worthless. Have y'all come back? You can get the next round. And we'll have these guys plow this way. Heavy infantry, no heavy cav. More elephants, please. I want all of your elephants. God, lost another one. Jesus. Let's see what's happening here. Just a bleeding effect. Stupid. Huge dark vines, bloodhinged druids. Oh shit. Vine men. What a shitty place to start. Okay, fortunately we can go over here. Okay, these guys can make it here. Honestly, these are... Oh, there's weak indies, though. I was going to say we could combine them, but the indies are pretty weak. I think at this point we get another couple of these guys. We shit out elephants again. Give us another expansion party. I'll go ahead and get these to something. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, that's the kind of expansion I like. They're shitty indies. Wolf Tribe, they have 2 daggers. So Wolf Tribe are actually kind of motherfuckers. We go here and we team up on this province later. You guys, can y'all make it here? No. Can y'all make it here? I'm really scared about going... I don't want to fuck this up. Which you don't want to in a... Okay, we're gonna go take that. Fuck you guys. Okay, that should work. You're gonna patrol. More elephants, guys. Elephants are expensive, though. I mean, yeah. It's probably time to start transitioning out. This will be our last one, and then we're probably going to get like masses of archers preparing for our first war. Which is something we can do rather well. No losses. I like it. Okay, now we're going to have to kind of descend on this one together. Okay, hopefully that works. We're going to be banking on killing everything quickly rather than enduring a long fight. This one looks kind of easy. Can we make it here in one turn? We can. I think we're going to condense on the throne. You guys are going to go here. Okay, versus these guys, what are we going to do? Swarms of pygmy archers. Prepare yourself. Or Spider Clan. We can't actually mass these that fact. They take a fair amount of recruitment points, so I think I kind of missed that in the national overview. They're cheap, though. I mean, the amount of pygmies we could get compared to this is actually staggering. Actually a little staggering. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought? I'm not sure pygmies can go through armor, though. We could probably cause a morale loss just shooting at archers if we had that many pygmies. Maybe we do that just for the memes, because we're already going to hit our expansion target. We'll maybe move out when we have 2 of these. So not going to be as many expansions this turn, only 3. Okay, no losses again. And then here, we're going to go ahead and probably combine you two. Y'all are definitely big enough to take the wolf tribe out. We need to start building our next fort, which is probably something I should have done before, but whatever. You do it when you're playing you. And I think we are going to have a front line, which is going to be some Rhino clan. So like this will probably be the recruitment. Let's just go ahead and start building our fort so I can say that I did it. Oh, we get the friendly civilization bonus. That's kind of nice. All the different tribal places, or the African tribe varieties. We can go here. Okay, the net is not going to work on elephants. The Ichthids are going to take a little while to stomp on, though. I'm a little worried about that. I think we'll probably die. Heavy cav will kill us, too. Heavy cav we can handle, but it depends on the number. I think we're actually going to patrol here. We'll come in this in a minute. Early winter, okay. We get Shed on here. Yeah, those Ichthids killed us. I kind of thought that would happen. I don't think I would have risked it either. Okay, we got attacked by Indies. That kind of sucks. But if I'd been putting PD, we probably would have been... No, I did PD that. Okay, we just got Shed on. I only had 1 PD. So we do need to take that back. Okay. So not even 2 of my commanders can handle all of them. But let's go see this. I mean, like, this would be kind of scary if you see these guys show up, I think. Okay, let's see if that works. Guys are going here. Let's just... Do I have money? I do. I'll just do 6 everywhere so I don't get dumped on. I don't really want to have to just be like, well, here's how many provinces I would have had if I had done PD. We did take misfortune, I think, on this build, so we are going to be getting... You're going to lose some stuff, basically. And some of these I probably would have put up to 10, like if it's a valuable province that had a fair amount of unrest, I probably would do that. Well, motherfucker, Micklin killed himself by running out of Dominion. Let's watch our archers. Agony coming down, sleeping clouds. Yeah, Agony hurts pygmies. Okay, they routed. Oh, they routed some of my pygmies, though, but they didn't make it off. So, that was reasonably successful. I can't finish because Micklin killed themselves, which is not something that normally happens in a test game that quickly. We would have probably gotten another 1, 2, because I would have had another big group of dudes coming in. Maybe they wouldn't have gotten there this turn. But, I mean, we would have definitely killed something here. Maybe I'd actually go for that. These guys should be able to take this. These guys would probably come back and take this. And then, yeah, we'd have some scary armies. For research, probably be going for that early... oh, shit, I can't even show you a bunch of this stuff. Would probably be going for the early flaming arrows. Because honestly, having a huge swarm of pygmies or any of your archers, like, ideally, the poison archers, especially in the beginning, you're going to want to be putting gold into more forts. So probably spam out the pygmy archer, or the spider clan archers, and then later when you start really gearing up for war, you do the pygmies. But it depends. If you need to kill barbs, pygmies are in enough number pretty good. So if I had a lot of barbs around me, I would have shat out probably a few pygmy armies. Everything else you send the elephants at. Later in the game, though, elephants are too expensive and they get kind of countered. So you switch to Rhino Clan, which are pretty legit frontline. So I think that is about it. I can't really... Well, we need to count. So 1, 2... I would have had, let's say, 4 more. 1, 2, 3... And then this one probably could have gone maybe here. I don't know. 3 or 4 more. 4 if you count. I would have probably had that one too if I was doing PD better. So let's count provinces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's count 19. So probably like 23, which is on the high end for a nation. So yeah, basically scales definitely can work for expansion. I think coming out of expansion, you're pretty good against a lot of things. People rush you with giants. You shit out lion warriors. People are coming at you with like super combatants. You shit out lion warriors. Like, people come at you with a lot of the things they're going to think they're going to kill you with. You shit out lion warriors. Otherwise, you're fighting like a normal human nation. You've just outproduced them with missile units and flaming arrows. And then you're going to kind of murder them. People are coming at you, like, tramplers are pretty good against certain kinds of troops. If you ever expand into elephants, you'll know that. But, like, 15 elephants with high morale are a scary, scary thing. Yeah, they're really scary. Especially if they're on a flank. So, like, probably a very scary army setup would be you have, like, your archers probably kind of forward positioned like this, a line of Rhino Clan warrior on hold and attack, and then elephants who are going to just... And you have everything's off-center a little bit, like your Rhino Clan are maybe double thick right here, and then the elephants are, like, right here, right? And they're just going to run in and crush one of the flanks. So yeah, we didn't even talk about what we talked about in the national overview, but the real strength of your nation is that you have Buddhas, who are one of the best units in the game. They're just the shit. You have to deal with the Dominion mechanics. Voice of the Lion, I do believe with the Cathartic Lion Pelt, especially with an Ethereal Bless, once my god comes online. These guys do Barkskin and personal regen. And then you give them a brand. I'm pretty sure they're thuggable. But actually, let's not leave it to chance. We'll finish this one out with a bang. We'll do... we're just going to test out some of the thugs real quick. So here we go. Let's pull up Machaka. And I'm not going to do a normal build. Well... Let's do the Ethereal Build, because that was kind of what we were doing. So we're going to take Awake Ethereal, which means we're going to have to kind of dumpster everything. It's actually less bad than you might think. Again, I don't really care about growth this game. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to make a debug sensei. And we're going to shit out... First, let's try these guys as thugs. And now let's actually forge you like basic thug gear, which let's say is a Frostbrand and a Cathartic Lion Pelt. And we do have our Awake Bless. So let's toss these on you. We'll give you 1 gem for personal regen. And let's see how you do going against these guys. So your script is going to be Barkskin, Blessing, we could do Elemental Fortitude, which is actually pretty legit on thugs, but Barkskin's mostly what we need. The gem is, though, for personal regen. And then hold attack closest. Bet you $1 he takes that. What do you think? Do you think he'll make it? Do you think he'll be able to take this? I think he will, but I've been wrong about such things, and will continue to be. Let's go ahead and get another one of them, and we'll experiment with a few more basic thug builds. This next one we're going to give the Coral Sword as well. So now you have to kind of walk your way into water, which isn't something that we have, and I'm giving out these guys water items, but like Jade Amazons and you're there. Okay, will it work? Okay, so look at this guy. 21 protection, ethereal, with a brand, regenerating. HP is not phenomenal, so he's only going to regen 2 a turn. He could fail a morale check. Okay, for those of you who were laughing at my imprisoned ethereal, by the time, like, we already showed it, initial expansion was totally possible. And you basically have a guy, like, this is 2 gems worth of items for you, and this is 3. So for 5 gems worth of an item, he can clear this much stuff, like 50 units, so heavy PD. Not bad, if I do say so. Right? We got Soul Butcher? Ooh, what a cool heroic trait. It's like the best one. He got an Affliction, too. You're a little expendable at this point. Now, without regen, he might not have made it, though. So, we'll send him at some easy stuff now. Oh, Heavy Cav is not easy. I think we'll bring him back home. This next one, we'll do an even better kit, and we'll do even more fancy shenanigans. Where do we want to send him? We'll send you... give you a few more. And your script is going to be... Barkskin, Blessing, Personal Regen, where the hell are you? Personal Regen, and then finally we are going to give you Enlarge, which this may be not a good thing to do, because we'll probably run into fatigue issues. I think Enlarge is not a good idea. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not, but you never know. We'll get another one of these guys. Let's give him the most basic kit, which is... I think you need a brand, but if you don't have a brand, if you don't walk into water, then you're in a bit of a pickle. So then you have to say, well, what could we do? Well, we could, if we have a lot of nature, we can make one of these. So I think that's going to be our next kit, and we'll see how he does. Okay, we appeared to get smacked in the face en route. How much HP do we have? 21, so we should be regenerating 3 a turn. So that's... oh no, 25. Okay, so the Heavy Cav is a little tricky. So I'll call that a failure. Send him over here. We'll send him back at the heavy cav. Let's see if he gets more lucky. This is nice. This kicks him up to basically 1 more HP regen. And is a pretty good anti-thug weapon, too. Now, this will be a hilarious little script. So we're going to basically be doing the same thing. Let me copy this script. Control-1. But after personal regen, we're also going to do poison resistance. And that should be hilarious. Okay. Probably versus heavy cav, you don't do the 2 holds. He didn't appear to attack during those holds. He's diseased. Okay, they eventually got him. He wasn't able to hit anything. The ambidextrous penalty means he can't really hit the heavy cav, which is kind of causing protection or problems. Okay, this one didn't seem to work. Now, this is not the main guy you're going to be using. Like, this is a very auxiliary, like something nobody would really ever think of as a thug. Now, these guys have a lot of attacks, but they're really low damage. Huh, I'm kind of surprised that that worked that way. We killed some stuff, but maybe this works better against heavy cav. And maybe, just maybe, this is when you would do the coral sword. But then it's not necessarily the situation where you don't have access to... Okay, I don't think this is going to work, but it'll be kind of funny. We'll just see if this works versus heavy cav. So yeah, not sure about that. But just, if, you know, I've been failing a lot because I've been going against these, but if we just go back to kind of what we know works, is the Cathartic Lion Pelt and the Frostbrand. Let's just monthly forge those. Shift O is monthly forge, so we'll just make those every month. The other thing that's kind of worth considering are what are things that our Buddhas can make. And let's give you the basic one. And like, look, he's going to take that. You know he will. We'll get our Buddha and we'll look at it, because they get a forge bonus. Go ahead and make a Dwarven Hammer here, wherever that is. Wait, he didn't take it. What a hooker. He died. Anyway. Okay, this is not going as well as I thought. So, light PD, they can take it. Heavy PD, they're kind of struggling. They are kind of struggling. They really want a shield, is what they want. They really want a blind shield, which you can totally put on them, but then they're not a budget thug anymore. So the other alternative, and I'll just show it to you. So these guys, let's pretend he was a death random, and we'll pretend by empowering. He got a fire random, which is kind of useless for me. Okay, so these guys actually are going to combo together pretty well. Like, there's no province that these guys are not going to be able to take. So, watch how good this is. This is just so I don't have to worry about gems every turn. Attack closest. This guy's going to do summon Earth Power, Iron Skin, Horde of Skeletons. Okay. Now, ideally, I'd put Reinvigoration gear on him. Because, like, the Buddhas, they can make these for super cheap. Like, look at my Earth Gem pile. We're at 343. When I make this, we go to 341, so it costs 2. And these make the Buddhas way better. But this guy with a little bit of light chaff is going to probably go a long way. And I say that and then watch it like fail on the very first time after I'm like, it can't fail. Getting those protection buffs up pretty early. Breaking those lance charges. Giving him some chaff so he doesn't get surrounded. Okay, well he opted to Magma Eruption, which is something they can do. Okay, this thug ran, unfortunately, but the skeletons will get him. So, yeah, that worked. Unfortunately, our guy ran, and he's back here. But we'll send him again this way. So anyway, you can see Buddha's working, but Buddha's really, you can do them in large numbers, and they tend to like that. Let's actually make them the little kits that I was talking about. So these are both Death 3. So we'll make them 6 items. We're going to make the Skull Staff twice. We'll make Boots of the Messenger twice. And we're going to make these things twice. Okay, I said they could take whatever. They can't. They don't really like heavy cav. That's probably a little bit too much cavalry for them. Okay, the hyena ran off. The hyenas are cool because they're stealthy, which was something I was pretty sure about, but I wasn't 100% sure on. But when they run... Oh, no, he gets to keep his... No. They keep it as hyenas? Holy shit, so you can totally deck these guys out like I'm going to. Well, let's hop to it then. So these guys... Oops. Okay, let's get 2 more of these. Okay, 1 second. Let's get 2 more of these guys. Okay, so my squad is going to be 2 of the Voice of Lions. What an interesting event. And then these 2. Is there a throne nearby we can run these guys into? There's a throne down here. So we're going to go hit this, this, and then the throne. And I don't care what is there. So the script for you is going to be Earth Power, Iron Skin, Horde of Skeletons. So that'll be our 1 script. Our 2 script is going to be, I think I deleted it when I saved that to 1. Personal Regeneration, Blessing. Okay, and then attack closest. We'll give him 1 hold turn, attack closest. So this will be our 2 script. We'll give these guys like 10 gems. We'll put them on conservative gym usage. Yeah, then let's get them ready to rock and roll. So these guys are going to be in front. We need to kit them. They get our super budget thug kit. I think these guys too will go ahead and throw a lion pelt on them, though we don't need to. But they're going to be just disgustingly hard to kill with the lion pelt. And then yeah, let's just watch these guys do their work. You'll see the difference in skelly spam quantity here pretty quickly, I think. Okay, so that was successful. We'll just march these guys down. What the fuck? Oh, okay, these guys got hit. So there's some issue here. Like, this Cloud of Death murdered my guy, so he wouldn't have died. But if you have Cloud of Death researched, be careful. Especially versus things that aren't heavy cav, I don't think it'll be as much of an issue. So I think the skeletons will get farther ahead and you'll be farther away where they're not going to want to do evocations. But if the fight's really close, it's a little tricky. Apparently you can self-murder like that. And then we'll go fight these guys, because... Okay, that's a little hard. We're going to maybe bring in one more Buddha. No, we're going to bring in... Can you guys make it all the way down here? No, we can't. Okay, whatever. I said they could make it. We're going straight in. So this is like very light thugging. I mean, pretty light. But you can see it just scales. You can just make as many of these guys as you have the resources to. And now these guys are super strong, 28 protection. And even after all this casting, they're still not fatigued out. Okay, fortunately we didn't get the shit smacked out of us with that. These guys give no fucks. 0 fucks were given on this day. So, yeah, the voice of the lion died. This is a pretty heavy province. Lots of barbarians, lots of phantasmal warriors. But anyway, we took it. So, is this a strong nation? Definitely. The crazy thing, these guys can change shape, and they keep all their items. Who would have even believed that? So now I can stealthily sneak them around. And now it's like Pangea, but with, like, hyenas. And look, we're moving 2 provinces deep on this road. Map moves 31. I can probably move all the way here. Yeah, the strategic mobility is kind of ridiculous here. Boots of the Messenger, definitely doing some work. We've got Wasteland Survival, which is kind of nice. So yeah, like, here we're moving through this province and coming over this way. Not a move anybody would expect. So yeah, super solid unit. These guys, I think the time after experimenting... If you put more items on them, they could probably thug harder. But having them mixed in with the chaff wall, I think, is pretty good, like with the skelly spam chaff. But you need to be prepared to lose them if you do that. But still, that's a pretty good place for them, especially if you don't have Death Evocation researched. Once you have Death Evocation, there's a decent chance your Buddhas will blow these guys up. If you're worried about that, dropping anti-magic or something, or putting amulets of... MR resistance on them will probably make them die less frequently to such a thing. But really, I think the corner case for using these is, like, when you're in a raiding war, like, if people are doing 6 PD, this is going to murder the shit out of 6 PD. It'll murder, like, 20 PD if it's not heavy cav, a lot of times. Okay, that's heavy cav. Let's do one last one, for old time's sake. Wolf Tribe. Okay, we need to figure out... Let's actually, before we do this, I know it's not going to work very well. These guys need a shield. What is something a Buddha can forge? That would be a decent shield. We could do the Shield of Gleaming Gold, which actually is a reasonably cost-effective shield. It's only going to cost us 7. But if you need to up your... Yeah, I think this is what this guy needs. If you need to up your defense, there's worse ways to do it than this. Okay. I mean, that shield's going to make a world of difference. Because Ethereal and Awe stack really well. And that's actually, I think, only Construction 4, so that's something that can come online before, like, the Frostbrand or anything. And if you don't have the Frostbrand, you could probably put a main Gosh of Parrying, which is going to stack well with Ethereal. But, I mean, like, this still is not a big gem investment. This is 2 gems, this is 7, and this is 3. So it's 12 gems for somebody that's going to clear a very large amount of PD. But this is the expensive part. If you're just rating 6 PD, you wouldn't want to waste this. Because if a counter thug comes out, like, it's probably not going to save him. Like, the things that will kill this are probably... Let's see if you can even... This would be hard. I think this is too much. This would be like 50 PD or something. 40 PD. And it's kind of hard tribe PD. But there's a chance he could make it. And we need to get those barbarians. Yeah, guys, this is our 80 gold commander with 12 gems of items on him. And his upkeep cost is 32 a year. So, you know, haters gonna hate, but that is legit. It's very legit. Anyway, I think I have done a completed national overview now. You've gotten to see a few different expansions. I think Elephant expansion ended up working better. If probably I could have figured out a better way to use some of the other troops. I'm not sure I've optimized it, but by the time you get to 25 provinces, that's kind of enough. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. See you next time.